Okay, today we're going to talk about the genre of fiction that is drama. All right. Now, you probably have seen way more plays than you have read them. In fact, you probably read one play a year and it's in your English class, unless you're a theater student, which is great. I was a theater student as well. It's one of my electives. Um, there's a reason for that. Drama is meant to be performed. It's not necessarily meant to be read as its primary way of viewing it or listening to it or experiencing it. Really is the word I'm looking for. All right, and because of that, it's going to look a lot different on page than a short story or a novel. Um, but just like a short story novels, we have characters, plot, setting, and you might see some symbols in there, and there will definitely be a theme or themes in the text that the writer is trying to get us to see and understand. But it's all about the dialogue. Primarily because the dialogue and the stage directions are going to bring those characters to life. And we'll talk about that in a second. So, all character lines that are spoken are the dialogue, and the action is acted on stage, right? For the audience, right? So most, I would say, 80-90% of what you're reading is the dialogue, the words that the actors are saying or the characters are saying. And so we get a lot of our characterization through that dialogue. The other big component of drama is the stage directions, and that's what the playwrights notes to the actors on what to do, how to do it, and when to do it. Now, some writers, playwrights give very little direction. For instance, Shakespeare usually just says they fight. And then the next line is, oh, somebody was killed or murdered or whatever after the fight, right? And so it's up to the actors and the director to kind of take over that and make it look the way they want it to look and have a lot of freedom there. So it's really nice to me in some cases that the director allows that much freedom and for you to interpret and make it look the way you want it to look. But it's not very helpful if you're reading it to see they fight and then the very next line is somebody died. It's like, whoa, what just happened there, right? So that could be tricky depending on how many stage directions you're getting from the playwright in the drama that you're reading. Now there are others that do the exact opposite. In A Raisin in the Sun by Hansberry, she gives pretty detailed descriptions as to what the characters look like, what the setting looks like, where they are in the room, like are they on the couch, what side of the couch are they on. So hers are a lot more detailed than a lot of other playwrights, and that's really helpful when the playwright has a very exact way they want something executed, and so they want the director and actor to pull that off. And it's obviously helpful for you as a reader and for the actor to kind of know what to do. So as a reader, I enjoy that. I like that because it helps me more as a genre feature to understand what's going on in the play. But I would say that as an actor, I might want a little bit less direction than Hansberry gives me because I can't put as much as myself into it. But all that is preference as a reader and as a director and as an actor. But the stage directions are where you're going to figure out the action that the characters are doing and the setting and where they're going. And it might even have some lighting directions or sound effects directions. Fade this light here and really focus on this character, or the sound of thunder needs to come in now, et cetera, et cetera. So, other than dialogue, almost all the other words in the play are going to be your stage directions. Okay. Act and scenes, or acts and scenes. This is how a play is divided up. So we know that that writers use paragraphs and sentences, and they know and they put their short stories, or sorry, their novels into chapters. Usually, we know that poetry is kind of organized by stanza. Drama is organized by scenes and acts, and scenes are smaller pieces and acts are bigger pieces. It's really common to see like Shakespearean plays to be like 5 acts, right? Bigger ones, and then there's 3 act plays as well, and they all kind of function the same. You get a setup and then a big thing that happens in the middle, and then the end you get the resolution. And there's also 1 act plays as well. So there's no right way to divide up a play. Those are just kind of the more classic ways: 1, 3, and 5. Um, but essentially, it just kind of allows the reader to know that there's going to be a big chunk of action or meaning happening in each one. And we're going to learn some things about the characters and probably get some more development, some more conflicts, some more surprises and suspense that make us want to keep reading or keep viewing. So, uh, Biggest takeaway from drama is that it's meant to be performed, so it's going to look a little different on page. The main thing you're going to be reading is a dialogue. So if you really like a bunch of character description and setting description and knowing what the narrator's thinking about what's going on, you may not be drawn to drama as a reader. You may love watching plays, but not love reading them. So it's a skill that you have to get used to know that that part's missing. But when it is there, it's in the form of stage directions. We're getting actions and and setting and lightings, right? So the director and the producers and the actors know where things will go and how to do it, how to execute that plan and make it a wonderful thing for you to watch. So it's often helpful to watch the drama that you are reading. So if you're lucky enough to be reading a drama and they have it on YouTube or some other way to view it, you might want to do that because it'll really help put the two together. And unlike a movie of a novel, like where the movie cuts a lot out, usually the play is just executing it verbatim. So you don't miss any content or miss any of the director's intent or the playwright's intent the way that you tend to when you watch an adaptation of a novel into a film or a series. All right. So hopefully that helps you as you read drama, and it kind of helps you get in the mind of a playwright better and have a better reading experience and help you understand the genre a little bit more.